So when we're talking about directing and drawing focus in a scene for directing scenes, it's really important that the director takes the mentality and the approach of how can I guide what the audience is looking at and draw focus to the most important elements of it. So I'm going to ask my students to come over here so you can see an example of what it looks like to draw focus to the most important elements in a scene. So can all 5 of you please join me? 2 of you sit on these boxes, 1 of you sit in front, and then 2 of you stand behind. When you're guiding scene work, because as a director for staging things, you don't have as much control over what the audience is looking at, like a film director would with a lens. Your lens is the human beings and the different levels that they can utilize. So if you look at this scene here, you'll notice that these 2 are taller, this one is shorter, although in the center and closer to the camera, and these 2 are sitting on boxes, which enables symmetry, so your eye is automatically drawn here to the one thing that is different. Can you stand up for me, Katie? And then Lana and Amari, can you guys come sit down here? And then Katie back up this direction. Notice how once you break the symmetry again and you draw focus back here to her, she is still the focus in the scene. You both stand up on boxes. Once they stand up, though, height overcompensates. And now we don't necessarily know what to look at, but Katie, can you leave the scene for me? Now we have perfect symmetry, so your eyes are gonna be just as drawn to these 2 here in the center. One other thing to take into account is if you unbalance this, Margot, go stand out for me. Even though it is not symmetrical, it is different. So your eyes are drawn to Caitlin over here as well. And Caitlin stepped out for me. Now with both of them in the center, you don't know which one's more important, which is something that is often utilized in scenes when it's an equal conversation. Omari, leave for me. And then Lana all alone is our obvious focus point because she's different. You have the 2 boxes and the 1 human, so your eyes are drawn to her. And that is the importance of drawing focus in a scene.